Hi, I'm Sarah Corbett and I'm the head teacher of the School of Gentle Protest. What's the School of Gentle Protest, I hear you ask, dear students? Well, it's a 6-week curriculum with some very exciting visiting professors, and we're going to look at where gentleness has been really powerful in activism in the past. We're going to delve into the psychology of gentle protest, and we're also going to look at where activism strategies and tactics can really be enhanced by the power of gentleness. And I don't know about you, but I'm totally geeking up about this, so do join me. So before we get into this curriculum, you're probably thinking, who am I to lead this School of Gentle Protest? Well, I'm 33, but I've been an activist since I was 3. I grew up in a low-income area surrounded by local residents campaigning for local issues and global issues, and as quite a shy, introverted person, I was always watching where we won campaigns, why sometimes the campaigns didn't win, who had the power, who had the influence, what was happening behind the scenes, as well as all of the loud stuff happening. At school, I campaigned to eradicate gym knickers from the PE kit, which I lost that campaign, but I did win a campaign to get lockers for all of my fellow students. I went on to campaign at university, and for 10 years I was a professional campaigner for large charities in the UK, mostly on international development. Within those 10 years, I also was a little bit concerned about the rise in clicktivism, so quick, easy activism. Also people talking about slacktivism, and still concerned about how aggressive activism could be and how it didn't always fit in with my morals, and I didn't think it always helped people open up their hearts and minds to change, and sometimes it would create a barrier rather than a bridge. So in 2009 I set up the Craftivist Collective, which was about using craft and handicrafts in activism to create more in the activism toolkit. So creating a form of slow activism to think quietly and deeply about the complexities of injustice, to even giving gifts to politicians and to power holders to try and engage them in a different way that was less aggressive. And I noticed throughout all of the successful campaigns that I've done with the Craftivist Collective that the philosophical core of the success we had was that power of gentleness. And without gentleness, I don't think it would have been as effective. So that is what has led me to this school. I think there's so much we can learn from the power of gentleness, and I hope you do too. What do I mean by gentle protest? Well, over the next 6 weeks, we're going to unwrap that with lots of different examples. But for this lesson, I want you to think of it in 3 simple ways. The first way is it's about taking care. So it's about being careful with your protest, thinking through the strategy, who you target and how, being very thoughtful about the detail and the plan. The second way is self-control. Of course we should be angry about injustice, but as we know in other areas, if we just act out on anger, then we can have a foggy head, we can do things we regret, and it's often not the most strategic thing to do because protest needs a strategy, and it's not that easy, which is why we have a school. And the third way I mean by gentleness is a bit cheesy, but it's about love. When your mum or a loved one says to you, not angry, just disappointed, it's so much more powerful for us to hear, and we do hear it because that person is saying, 1, they love us, they value us, they know we could do better than that mistake that we've just done. It doesn't fit in with our character, and they believe we can be a better version of ourselves. So that love is very much about treating people how you want to be treated, expecting the best from people, whether that's also respecting the victims, the perpetrators and everyone between, but that gentleness is very much about love. If you found this first lesson interesting, then I've got some homework for you. but don't worry, it is fun. In the description below, I've got 3 films and 1 lovely magazine to show you the power of gentle protest. It's not passive, it's not weak, and it genuinely has changed the world for the better. So whether you're a teacher's pet and you look at all 4 examples, or whether you just pick one, look at them carefully and try and spot those moments of gentle power. After that, subscribe to this channel, sign up to the weekly newsletter, and I will see you next week. Class dismissed.